It's the DJI Mavic 2 Enterprise Advanced versus the Autel Evo II Enterprise Dual 640T. Who's gonna come out on top? I don't know. We're about to find out. Don't go anywhere. Hey everybody, David here from Aerial Influence. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today we are going to compare two of the best drones on the market right now, especially for search and rescue. That's right, we're talking about the DJI Mavic 2 Enterprise Advanced versus the Autel Evo II Enterprise Dual 640T. That's a mouthful, but they're both really great drones. And spoiler alert, this is gonna come down to one category. I'm gonna go through a bunch of categories and tell you how each of these drones do in their categories, but the winner is really gonna be determined by one specific category at the very end, so stick around for the whole video so you can find out which of these drones might be best for you. All right, let's get started with the comparisons. First up, let's compare the size. They are very, very similar in size. Even the way they fold is similar, a little bit different, but these drones are very compact when they get folded down. But the winner in this category is the Mavic. It comes in at around 2 pounds, while the Autel drone comes in at about 2.5 pounds. The Autel does feel a little clunkier as well. It feels a little more like a brick. So this category is gonna go to the Mavic 2 Enterprise Advanced. All right, let's talk about flight time. Autel says that their drone can fly for 41 minutes, so realistically you're looking at like 35. DJI says their drone can fly 31 minutes. Realistically, you're thinking about 25. So Autel wins in this category at 35 minutes of flight time. Good job, Autel. Next up is flight characteristics. I'm gonna give this one to DJI. The one thing I don't like about the Autel drone is it drifts. So say you're flying and then you wanna stop, the drone continues to go just a little bit before it comes to a stop. Whereas the DJI drones, they stop. They stop as soon as you stop with the stick movement. So I would say I'm gonna go with DJI in the flight characteristics just because of that little Autel drift that happens. Next up, let's talk about thermal. Both of them have high resolution 640 by 512 thermal. So they're gonna do a great job at something like search and rescue. They're gonna be able to get accurate heat signatures from 400 feet. Both of these drones have great thermal cameras on them, so we're gonna call this a tie. Really, you can't tell the difference between them. They both have multiple palettes that you can choose from, so you're not gonna be disappointed with either of these drones when it comes to the thermal capabilities. All right, so let's talk about zoom range. The Autel drone can go 18 times with a digital zoom. That's 4 times lossless. The DJI drone can go 32 times digital zoom when you're in photo mode. So in this category, we're gonna go with the DJI. In terms of the video capabilities, like just the color camera, you gotta go with Autel here. They've got an 8K sensor on it. Now, a lot of you may be thinking, what the heck am I gonna do with an 8K video? Well, you can actually use something called proxies. These are proxy files that you can use. Go ahead and Google it. It's gonna give you more information, but you can edit these 8K files. You also have the ability to just dumb it down and shoot in 4K or 1080p if you want to, so then you don't have to worry about it when you get back to the station or get back to your editing desk. But in this category, it goes to Autel. They've got that 8K sensor, which is better than what DJI has. Both of these drones have great smart controllers, so they have built-in screens. The DJI smart controller has around a 5-inch screen. The Autel smart controller has around a 9-inch screen. So you gotta go with Autel on this one. It's bigger, it's beefier, it just feels better in your hands. So I am going with the Autel smart controller in this category. All right, let's talk about flight range. We've tested both of them. Both of them get great signal strength as long as you're keeping it within your visual line of sight, which is what you're supposed to do. Both of these drones have great connections in terms of their transmission, so I am calling this one a tie. Next up is mapping. Now, both of these drones are capable of running automated routes, so they'll take all of the pictures you need to take. Say if you're doing an accident reconstruction, they will do it quickly, they will do it easily. Then you can take those photos and upload them to something like Pix4D or DJI Terra or Drone Deploy or whatever your favorite mapping software might be. But both of the drones do a good job of taking all of these pictures. I'll go with the DJI in this case because it's just faster. It shoots the pictures faster, it runs its routes faster. So I'll go with DJI in this one, but they both do a great job of taking these pictures. Really, DJI wins just because it's a little bit faster. Next up is the accessories, and they both have the exact same accessories. The speaker, the spotlight, the beacon, they both have all of those accessories, so very, very good there. I'm gonna give Autel the win here only because their speaker is much, much louder. You mowing the lawn. Autel wins this one just because their speaker is much, much louder. Next up is geo-fencing. If you want to fly wherever you want to fly, you're going to want to get the Autel because it is not geo-fenced, where the DJI drone is geo-fenced. DJI can stop you from flying wherever they want to stop you from flying, even if you have FAA approval. But with the Autel drone, you don't have that problem. Okay, finally, let's talk about price. The Autel drone is around $9,200 for the whole package. That's 3 batteries, the smart controller, everything that we've talked about today, including the accessories, $9,200. The DJI drone with all of its accessories comes in at just under $7,000. More than $2,000 difference means you gotta go with that DJI drone. Both of these drones are great options, but if money is a major concern, you gotta go with DJI. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. We appreciate you watching our videos. We're gonna do more and more of these comparisons as the days go on, so make sure you stick around. We'll see you next time.